Talking about, we can't just transition from that to pets. All right, we'll save that for another day. We'll save that for your girl, Jenny. What's her name?
Kelly.
Kelly, yeah. Shout out to Jenny. All right, so let's get into some
You know Jenny?
No. I knew one, yeah. My buddy's girlfriend.
Still together?
She's a nice lady. Yeah, I think so.
Almost.
No.
All right.
Maybe, I don't know.
Maybe in the future.
Who knows?
My, I'm sorry to interrupt.
No, you're good.
But my cousin texted me, what's my address? Because I was like, are you sending me your wedding invitation? Because she's engaged.
Uh-huh.
And she was like, yes. And I was like, okay.
You're like, can I be Flower Girl?
Oh my God. You know me so well. I
what you
literally.
Nice, dude. Nice.
I said, just so you know, I'd like to be in the running for Flower Girl. I can walk on my knees down the aisle. And she said, that might work because no kids hate them.
Wow.
They'll be considered.
So she doesn't want to have kids ever.
No, I just don't think other people's kids.
So she'd be okay with her own? Damn.
Anything that comes out of my vagina is...
Stop. I don't think that's true.
Well, a living organism.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I'm glad we corrected that.
Half of me?
What
can be better?
All of you? No. All right. I'm going to throw up. All right. Let's talk about some pets here. Today we have an extra special topic for those of you who tuned in. Thank you for tuning in. And today we're going to talk about people's best friends, men and women.
Yes.
As the saying goes.
What was your first pet?
My first pet?
Goldfish or like a...
Dude, so I had a couple rabbits one time. My grandma, she is not always well. She was a little erratic at times, but she just rolled up with a couple rabbits one day and didn't tell my mom that we were getting them. So I had those for a couple days, and then they started dropping some bombs everywhere, and we had to...
They're like little rocks.
Yeah, my mom gave them the boot.
So
unfortunately, I don't remember.
My mom, when I was young, brought these ducks, like baby ducks, to our house, and my brother had one of his friends over, like really young. Like this guy, like his friend. It wasn't really my brother's friend. Like you know when you're 6, like it's just whatever your parents set up.
Yeah, or whoever lives in your neighborhood.
Yeah.
Whoever's a stone's throw away.
This kid like strangled this poor little chick.
Whoa.
Yeah, it was so bad.
Whoa.
I'm pretty sure he lived. He's probably dead by now because I don't think ducks live that long.
Ducks, yeah.
That had to be like
lifespan of ducks.
14 years ago? No,
I'd look it up.
14 years ago because I was younger.
Yeah, I don't think ducks probably don't live 14 years. We could look that up, but we're too lazy, I think.
Probably longer. I don't know.
Yeah, that's a while. Damn. So, yeah, what happened to that kid? Is he in jail now, or?
No.
He's all right?
He was a nose picker up until the age of 14, though. I saw him walking down the street, and he was, like, really, like, digging. Like,
Dang.
full, like,
trying to get to China.
He found gold.
Dang.
That's how deep he dug. Diamonds.
Diamonds. Trying to get some coronavirus exposure up there.
Yeah. Oh, my God, that was wild. I bet the flights are cheap.
Yeah. Who was it? Somebody in the office was looking those up the other day. He's like, $600 round trip?
Oh, what's his name?
That's not appreciated.
I know who he is. I just don't know his name.
That's offensive. I'm not telling you something.
Doesn't matter.
All right, let's dive into this pet conversation. So my first pet was a rabbit. Don't remember it, honestly, because my mom, she's probably listening right now, but she just didn't love them like I did.
Because this is live.
She didn't. Yeah, right now, she didn't love them like I did, and she wasn't about trying to put in that TLC. I wasn't gonna do it. I was probably 5 years old, so those guys were out, unfortunately. So the first real pet I had was a dog.
What kind?
He was a chocolate lab.
Oh my God! I wanted a lab named Max, but my brother was like, no, and then we got a husky.
Your brother?
Yeah.
Oh, you guys had a husky when you were a little guy?
Yeah.
That's cool.
He died a few years back, but he lived a very long life. We'll talk about that later.
Dang. Okay. Yeah. So Champ was chocolate lab, born halftime of Tom Brady's first Super Bowl win.
Oh,
Shout out to him. Yep. And he was a rambunctious pup. He loved his kiddie pool. He was actually afraid of water, so he would never go into the real pool or any large bodies of water like the ocean or the lake. Even though we lived like in New England, which is kind of the heart of a lot of those water habitats, if you will. But he loved the kiddie pool. So we put out kiddie pool with a little bit of water in there, and he'd friggin' put his nose in there and blow some bubbles all day, walk around in circles, take a little nap when he got tired. But yeah, he liked that. He took a lot of naps just in general. Winter in New England is more of an inside sport, if you know what I'm saying. So he would pop himself down wherever there was a cozy corner and give himself some shut-eye. But yeah, he's a very good dog. And I'm glad we had him, even though it was more my parents' decision than ours.
Aw,
was a
how
good
old were
move.
you when you had him?
I was
And
probably
then he
8
left
or
you.
9 when we got him, and then he died when I was in college. My parents,
Wow, that must have been hard.
yeah, my parents waited until I came back. Like my dad waited, yeah, because he was kind of not doing so hot, and they waited till I was back. But yeah, it was emotional.
I
Wasn't
know.
great. I cried
Yeah.
when we had to put him down.
There's literally any animal that you care for,
Yeah,
you have every right to cry. That is Millie, which is my current dog. I'm like in love with her, like she's my child.
yeah, she's a good dog.
Yeah, she's the best.
A lot of energy, a lot of excitement. But yeah,
So early experiences. You mentioned a kiddie pool.
Mm-hmm.
Really funny. All right. I was younger, and I found these tadpoles. Right.
yep.
And I was like, oh, they're going to be frogs. It's going to be great. So I put them in this kiddie pool. And for weeks, or not weeks, it was probably like a week. I don't know. I was younger.
Mm-hmm.
I will never forget this. We fed them. We gave them fresh water, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then they grew up. And they were mosquitoes.
Oh, what, dude?
There was mosquitoes jumping around the kiddie pool instead of the frogs that I thought I raised tadpole frogs.
Whoa, dude, you had larvae
Yeah.
in your kiddie pool?
Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah.
That's crazy. It would have been, never mind.
And-
That's crazy, dude.
And
If
also,
they just snacked on you
Yeah.
right after that? Wow. Dude, there's so many
I
mosquitoes in
freaked
Maine.
out. There's so many in New York.
That's crazy, dude.
It's because I don't know about Maine, but New York, Maine's by the water.
Yeah, there's just a lot of woods.
Woods and water equals mosquitoes.
That's not good.
Yeah.
That's so not good.
So in my pool, we would have those drain things that you would pick up on the side to see whatever the filter caught.
Mm-hmm.
And we would always get frogs in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. All the time.
Yeah.
All the time. That was fun. I was like, oh, froggy, hee hee.
Oh my god, that's not ideal. Yeah, they would sometimes because they see the pool and they're like, oh, that looks like maybe a bottle of water, body of water. I'd like to be part of.
Yeah, because they drink out of bottles.
I saw one once take a little pull. I was worried. He was smoking too.
Yummy.
But, yeah, but then it's just not the right salt content or something. They don't thrive in there.
Yeah. Have you ever gotten a carnival fish or anything?
A carnival fish.
Or any type of fish?
Oh, I might have had a fish once.
A fish that you wanted at a carnival, not a carnival fish.
Oh. I didn't win anything at a fair ever, but I think we did have a fish at one point. But I don't remember when. I think it was a beta, and you can't mix those.
Yeah, they fight and then they eat each other.
Yeah. So we kept them separate.
Yeah.
Separate tanks, but yeah, we did have a fish, but that was kind of uneventful. There's some food going on, a lot of air bubbles blown, but those guys are pretty stationary for the most part.
Yeah.
Very peaceful creatures.
They're very boring. If I wanted an animal, a fish is not the animal.
Mm-hmm.
Is a fish gonna let me pet him or her? I once saw 2 insects making love, reproducing. They probably weren't making love. They were reproducing
dude.
in the air. In the
Oh,
air.
love bugs?
No. What do you think
June bugs?
that regular insects don't reproduce?
Wait, what kind of were these mosquitoes that you friggin'
No.
fostered in
No. I
the kiddie
remember
pool?
I
You
had
savage.
to. I was probably in 6th grade at this point where I saw these 2.
Right.
Yeah.
Doing a little dance with the devil.
Yeah, it was just,
What kind of insects were they?
I don't remember.
So they could have been
at all.
love bugs.
No, I don't know what a love bug is.
What? All right, we'll look that up. Well, I'm gonna put a picture of that up.
That'll
But
be
yeah, they're
good.
always holding hands.
Yeah?
They're linking up. They're riding through.
Um,
They're having a little quiet time in the nighttime.
So I had my first
Yeah,
dog.
talk to us about that.
Yeah, I'll talk to you about it. His name was Dakota. I
Dakota.
wanted Max. We went to
Yeah.
the shelter. Got Dakota for $50. I wanted Max. we got Dakota. Husky, gorgeous, beautiful, so great. Like such a. In his younger years, he was like loving life. Like first, like I think he was abused because he really didn't like men whatsoever, and like peed every time a man like came around him.
Dang.
But as he, probably a year into us having him, he was fine, and then as he got older, he got scared of kitchen appliances, the shiny kitchen appliances.
Like the toaster.
Yeah, or like the
bottom of the fridge that slides out.
Or like stuff like that. Yeah.
Basically all of them.
Yeah. So he wouldn't go in the kitchen, and if he did, he would like sprint through it. And he had such severe anxiety. We took him to the vet, and he got dog Xanax.
Whoa.
So every day we would give him dog Xanax.
Dang, did you ever...
Then he was, like, so old. Like, he was just... He was such a mess. Like, it was so hard. And I told my dad to put him down, but he was... Honestly, I felt no emotional connection to him. I know
really?
that kind of... Like, I love my current dog. Like, I felt no connection to my... Like, yeah, he was, like, our family dog. Like, I would pet him, whatever. I just didn't...
Wasn't best friends.
Yeah.
That's okay. It's not always best friends.
Yeah, but my brother really loved him.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's pretty awesome.
But, yeah.
So, what happened after that? Did you guys get another one?
I got Millie. We didn't get... No, that was because... So, he was in college when I passed away. I think
okay.
maybe freshman or
So,
sophomore
it was a few year gap?
Yeah.
Couple years?
But I never had that connection, so... I just really wanted a dog that was mine. Something... Because I got Dakota when I was 5.
Yep.
So, I needed a dog that was mine.
Yeah.
Would you ever get a dog now?
I would. There's some considerations. Like, it's
travel, though.
It's cool to have one. Yeah, if you're out of town, you probably have to have somebody to watch them. Or you're thinking maybe doggy hotel situation, which...
Yeah, I mean, Millie got kennel cough when she went there.
Yeah, that's not always what you want, you know?
Not at all.
That just doesn't sound good. Does she actually cough?
Yeah, I've never heard a dog cough.
Yeah, me neither.
Like, you know, like those like wet coughs people have, like.
Oh yeah, I know.
Yeah, like, and you hear like the mucus in the back of their throat. It was like that, and then she would throw up.
Dang, that's crazy.
Yeah, so let me introduce you guys to Millie. So, Millie, my roommate and I in college, Kelly, she'll be coming. She'll be a podcast guest soon, next month. So we decided that we wanted a dog our junior year of college. We moved in together. We got an apartment, and we were like, okay, so let's get a dog. It'll be 50-50, like in terms of like helping the dog, you know, and everything like that, taking care of her. So we were looking, and we wanted a puppy, and we wanted a smaller dog. What we got was a puppy. And she was small at the time. But she's big now. So we went to the shelter, and the shelter basically said we don't want to give a dog to a college student because their life is changing a lot. They don't spend time with it, neglect the dog, things like that. So we weren't able to get the dog at that shelter. We went to a different one, and we were like on a waiting list to go see if we could get this other dog smaller. But she was, I think, like 2 or 3 years old, and she had a litter. Is it called a litter? Or is that kittens?
Yeah.
Yeah, so she had a litter of puppies.
I think so.
And
95%.
And I just remember this dog's nipples were so big and enlarged and droopy. And
the mom or
yeah,
Millie's?
Not Millie's. And I was like, why are her nipples so big?
Stop.
And the guy who worked there was like, well,
that's just how they came.
No, she gave birth recently. They'll go back down after because it's like the
recede.
Milk. Yeah.
Right, the milk. Yeah. That's what I was thinking.
So I was like, okay, so then we were like, you know what? Let's just go look other places. So instinctively, just as my mother taught me, go to Craigslist.
Craigslist.
Yes.
It's one of the best lists.
It's my favorite list from Craig. So we look up puppies. Like, obviously, we're broke college students, so we're not getting the purebred from the puppy shop.
Puppy shop.
And plus, like, I kind of didn't want a purebred because they have a lot of
Right.
health problems, a lot of inbreeding.
Oh, do they?
Yeah, because you think about it,
It's like the
same gene
Lannisters.
pool. What?
What?
I don't know. It's the same gene pool. It's like if your whole family would have kids with each other.
Right, like the Targaryens.
Or like if a small country, or like the Mongolians.
Do you watch Game of Thrones?
No!
Oh my god. These are prime references we're throwing out right now.
Sorry.
We're doing this live, and we're
Sorry,
doing
you should
this.
have given me homework.
They're
to watch
coming in
Game of
hot.
Thrones.
I shouldn't have to assign this to you. Dude, yeah, you should watch that though.
I would have been prepared if you assigned me.
What's the motion against it? What's the thought process against it?
Against Game of Thrones?
Yeah,
We're talking about pets here.
I know.
I watched 2 episodes of Game
How
of
about
Thrones.
Mother of Dragons? How about that?
I'm not really into
She's
like
got
fantasy.
pets. What?
Like only
At
fantasy
all?
is like Harry Potter.
What if it's the greatest TV show of all time?
That is quite the opinion.
No.
Have you ever seen Suits?
Yes.
Or have you ever seen Grace and Frankie? Have you?
No. What is that?
Write that down. It is 2. Okay, so it's 2 couples.
Right.
And the men were partners at a law firm.
Oh.
And
And now they're partners.
and they
Not at a law
retire.
firm.
And they become well, they were probably gay the whole time, but they were in the closet. And
Mm-hmm.
then they decided their retirement life they needed to spend together.
Yep.
So they
Makes
divorced
sense.
their wives. Their wives moved in together, and that's Grace and Frankie.
Okay.
Frankie's also a girl, even though it's a guy's name. Maybe it's Franklina. But Frankie,
Frankenstein.
then they both live in California.
Dang.
They get they make a vibrator company for
What?
senior citizens with arthritis.
Stop.
And
No.
Frankie's a pothead, and Grace is like the straightforward, you know.
Oh my god.
It's crazy.
Straight laced, straight edged. All right, yeah, no, that sounds good, but you got to give Game of Thrones. If you type in best TV shows of all time, it'll be on the top 10 list of whichever list that you.
It might be.
Whichever
There's
you
quite
bring
the
up.
following.
There is.